Imaginary friend returns. I used to think childhood was a time of innocence, but now I know it's when the real terrors begin. I was 6 when I met Dorian, my imaginary friend who lived in the shadows of my room. He was always there, whispering secrets about the hidden world only I could see. I thought he was gone. But last week, when I heard his voice behind me in the mirror, I realized he never really left. Dorian's return was unsettling. He appeared beside me one night, grinning like he never had before. "I've missed you," he said, his voice echoing in a way that made my skin crawl. He was different, older somehow, like he had spent the years growing more sinister. He demanded I keep his secrets, those dark whispers from our past. I tried ignoring him, but the more I resisted, the harder he pushed, until he started revealing things I wished I never heard. I began to see shadows where there shouldn't be any, and my nights were filled with eerie whispers that made it impossible to sleep. Dorian would appear at the foot of my bed, his eyes glowing with a hunger I couldn't understand. "Remember our games?" he'd ask, but I couldn't forget how they'd ended with screams I'd buried deep in my mind. The secrets he wanted me to keep were darker than I remembered, involving not just me but others who had vanished from my childhood memories. The climax came when Dorian led me to a forest on the outskirts of town, a place I'd never been but somehow knew too well. "It's time," he said, pointing to a ring of stones. As I approached, the air grew thick with an unnatural chill. Suddenly, memories flooded back, games that weren't games, and the faces of children who had never returned home. Dorian laughed, his voice merging with the wind as he faded into the night, leaving me surrounded by whispers of the lost. I realized then that some secrets are meant to be kept, but the cost of keeping them was far greater than I could have ever imagined.